What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to go over the Evernode airdrop and how you actually qualify and how you get it. Now, it's going to be in a couple phases. And Crypto Eerie, I don't know if you know who she is, but she did a great interview with this guy named Chris Dangerfield. And this is an hour and 8 minutes. And there's pretty much every question that you have, and I see in the comments, it's answered in this whole hour and 8 minutes long conversation. I'm not going to play it all for you, but I'm just going to play what you need to do, how it works, and some information about it. All right, I'll try to keep this as short as possible. I could tell you the answer and make it easier, but I kind of want to have someone more official explain it to you because it's not my airdrop, it's Evernode's airdrop. And let's just break down the information. I'm going to include Crypto Eerie's Twitter, and I'm going to include this interview also in the description of this video. If you want to come and watch the whole thing, I suggest you do so. She's been in this space and knows more about XRP that I hope to one day learn. She's an incredible person. She knows a lot of the developers, and she knows what she's talking about. So let me go ahead and play this. We'll talk about it as we go through. I'll add some context, but she did a great job in this interview. I recommend you go watch the entire thing. I know an hour and 8 minutes is long for everybody. If you watch it on like 1.5, 1.75, it's a little bit quicker. But let's go ahead and play this. He speaks very slowly, so I might speed it up to like 1.25, but let's play this.
To ensure that you just comply with step one over the next few weeks. Okay, so step one is a snapshot of the XRP ledger balances. This has nothing to do with trust lines at all. Okay, the airdrop is to every XM holder up to a limit of 50,000 XRP. So no whales, no exchanges, no Ripple. Okay,
pretty easy.
Paper describes a fixed supply with fair distribution. So they clearly want to avoid holders with humongous amounts of these tokens, and they want to distribute them fairly and clearly widely. So if you hold XRP, you'll automatically be entitled to the airdrop. You don't really need to do anything other than hold XRP in a self-custody wallet.
Yeah, let's make sure everybody understands what qualifies as a self-custody wallet. Yeah.
Fine. So, yeah.
He doesn't want to.
What is a self-custody wallet? Okay. You need to be, well, actually, let me do it the easy way. Some is self-custody. A ledger would be.
Okay, he's saying XUMM, X-U-M-M. And that's a self-custody wallet I use, and it's fantastic. I use it to buy NFTs, and it's very secure. It's actually open source code, so it's been battle tested out here. That is the one self-custody wallet that I would recommend to you, since I personally used it, and that is my wallet of choice.
Self-custody, you know.
I will include the XUMM link to that so you can download on your phone. Just understand, it's not like a typical seed phrase. It's a numbers. It's like one through 6, and you have to write down 6 numbers, and it takes a little bit of time to set up, guys, but it is very secure.
What is the names of some other wallets?
Descent.
Yeah, like he only knows
Cobalt Vault.
Yeah. The key to whether or not something is self-custody is the fact that you have the secret key. Okay, an exchange is not self-custody. Too many questions on Twitter today about is this supported, is that supported, listing exchanges. Any kind of exchange, any way you hold your token where you don't hold the private key, that is not self-custody. So
there you go.
If you've got that private key and you're keeping that safe, then you will qualify for the airdrop up to the 50K.
Now, what happens if I have 100,000, want to...
I knew the question was coming, but it goes right into it and answers this, what you need to do.
Split them up into 2.
Gotta love it. If you are not subscribed and you come back and watch several videos, subscribe. It's free. It helps me grow. Please. Thank you.
Is that cheating? Is that going around the...
Does anybody know what movie this is from? I get distracted easily. Goldfish. Does anyone know what movie this is from? If you comment down and you know the movie, I might do something special for you. Maybe like a one-on-one. First person to answer what movie this is from, I'm going to hook you up.
There's a question that's been asked multiple times today. Evernode have actually answered it, and they have said that if you hold more than 50,000 XRP, the only way to get your, effectively, let's say you had 80,000, the only way to get the benefit of the full 80,000 would be to split that into 2 separate wallets. So ideally, you just go, and then...
So if you are a gangster out here and you have 100K XRP, you need to take that 100K and split it into 2 wallets with 50K in each. Simple enough, right? Good.
What would happen is both balances get snapshot, but then you're going to have to perform step 2 twice. Let's just talk about exchanges, because exchanges cannot support the airdrop.
Cannot.
Okay? It's not their fault. So don't go banging on the door, only the Twitter door of Coinbase and Kraken and all those guys shouting them down because they're not supporting the Evernode airdrop. They just can't do that. It's not their fault. It's actually designed to be that way by the Evernode team. And I have to say, I do support that. I mean, especially with my own...
Okay, so let me go a little bit more further into this conversation, all right? And we're going to talk about the mechanics, all right? Here we go. And then I'll let you go. You can be free. I won't hold you anymore to this. Listen to this a couple more minutes and we'll get through this.
Was one more thing that I just wanted to say, which is if you check out the original tweet from Evernode, there is a section at the bottom and they've got it like with the warning signs as disclaimer. And basically what they're saying in their tweet is that everything is subject to change and is guaranteed. And they even go to explicitly say the airdrop may not even happen. It's unlikely at this stage, but nevertheless, we need to be aware that they are making no guarantees that this airdrop will happen or will happen in the way that they've already stated will happen. So it's very possible we could explain how this is going to work now based on the best information we've got, and they may have to or decide to change something at a later date. So what we're talking about now is based on the best information available as of today.
Yeah. I appreciate you saying that, Chris, because I think that when you do something for the first time, it involves software, it's developing, and they're trying to do the best approach possible. But things always do change, and I think we should go into this with some flexibility in our minds. As we saw with Flare, there were changes, and that's so common, and that's to be expected. But I think a lot of people didn't go into that airdrop knowing that
Flare was a shit show. Flare was a shit show.
So yeah, that's great that I think you made that.
Shall I talk a bit about the mechanics of the actual...
Let's talk about the mechanics.
Yeah, the mechanics would be good.
Yeah, so the Evers token will be on the Hooks sidechain. It will not be an asset on the main chain upon launch, okay? And it's only ever potentially going to move to the mainnet if the Hooks amendment also moves to the mainnet, because they're basically interlinked. You won't have Evernode without Hooks. So depending on the success of the sidechain, it might just be such that...
So Hooks is smart contract functionality on the XRP ledger, okay? It's not as good as what Evernode is building out here. Evernode is building out here smart contract functionality like it's Ethereum, right? So this is how XRP zooms past Ethereum saying, peace. We didn't pay the SEC $15 million for a free pass. You did, but we're a better chain, and this is how we get past it, okay? So we're saying that we need Hooks to get involved. We need Evernode to come together, and we have a Godzilla of a blockchain, okay?
Even if Hooks did eventually end up on the main chain, it's possible that Evernode may just stay on the side chain. At this stage, it's impossible to know what they will do, but all we know for a fact today is that at launch, the asset will live on the side chain. Okay. Now, the sidechain, in simple terms, is a copy of the mainnet. Okay, but without any XRP on it on day one. Everything about the chain on day one is essentially identical to the mainnet, and then over time, amendments that are made will technically make it operate differently. But fundamentally, the airdrop works the same. Evernode create a token on the sidechain. The amount of XRP that you held on the mainnet on the snapshot date is then recorded against your R address. And you'll need to activate an account on the side chain with the same R address that you've got on the mainnet. And then when you've done that, you then set up a trust line to Evernode, but that trust line gets set up on the side chain. So your account has an R address.
So that was step 2 of what we need to do. So first step is just to have your XRP on a self-custody wallet. I would say Exum, but if you have another one that you like, just make sure it's on there. It is the September 1st. I think it's like 6 p.m. Eastern Australian time. So do this much before that, or figure out what the time difference is that where you live, because it's all different. Figure it out where you are. And I would do this like within this week or next week. Don't leave this to the last minute, because if you do, you're going to miss it. And if you miss it, hey man, that's on you. All right.
Yes.
Right? And what you've got to do basically is the R address that you've got on the mainnet needs to be ported across, and you need to have the same R address on the side chain. And when you've then got access to the same R address on the side chain, you create a trust line exactly as you would on the mainnet, but you just connect to the sidechain when you do it. Now, the mechanics of it are a bit tricky to understand. I'll try and explain it in simple terms. But basically, the R address is going to have a snapshotted balance from the mainnet, okay? You then need to clone your R address to the sidechain. And I use the word clone because that's a terminology that has been used by, I think, Evernode in some of their documentation. It sounds scary. It's actually not. Yeah. So let me just get this out of the way. No one can get the R address that's yours on the mainnet on the sidechain. Okay, this is sort of a first misconception. Your R address on the mainnet is also your R address on the sidechain. How that works sort of gets into cryptography, but suffice to say that basically the private key that you hold is how you would derive the R address, and the same private key is used on the sidechain as on the mainnet. So, you know, I did say at the beginning that the sidechain is essentially a copy of the mainnet. So as it stands to reason, you put the same key in to both sides, you get the same thing back out. So as long as you keep your private key safe, nobody can take your airdrop. Okay.
So go dig your private key wherever you have it buried, or in a safety deposit box, or your safe, or under your floorboard, wherever it is you keep that seed phrase. That is what you're going to need. You're going to copy it over onto this new chain, right? And you're going to be able to claim the airdrop. All right. So I'm going to do another video when this comes forward, when I'm going to do this myself. So everybody, we can do this together. We can all live in harmony, and we can all get a free airdrop. Now, personally, I plan to hold these tokens. I am not going to resell this. This thing has like a 57 or 59 year. Let me show you this. This is a crazy rollout of how this is going to go. 59.16 years and how long it's going to take for all of the tokens to be dispersed. So I've never seen something this long. And hey, they're kind of trying to, you know, relive in the Bitcoin, how Bitcoin is, how long it's been taken for all of it to happen. But 59 years is how long. And there's supposed to be, I think it's like, was it 72 million tokens, guys? It's not going to be a huge amount of supply of the tokens. And so I'm going to definitely be holding on to this. This is kind of proposed Evernode schedule. This is how it's supposed to look. So developers are going to get a taste, testers are going to get a taste, and then we're third. But hey, that's a free taste, guys. Here's the epochs. This is per week. So it's going to be a slow drip over time, it looks like. But hey, free money is free money, guys. All right. So just understand, have a plan whenever you're trying to claim, you know, your airdrop and what you're going to do with it. But I plan to hold it for a longer period of time because I do think it's going to go up over that longer period of time. You probably will see this traded on exchanges in different places once all this stuff's set up. But just know that I'll include this too, which is the white paper for Evernode. Spend some time, guys. Go through this. I know sometimes we hate reading. We want somebody to read it to us, but I am not going to spend the time to read all this to you guys because I will be asleep and be drooling on my desk, and then you won't ever watch the video. So it's gone 13 minutes. I'll include all of this stuff in this video for you. Crypto Eerie is a fantastic person. If you're not subscribed to her channel, please do so. If you made it to the end, please tell me down below because I love you guys the most. Don't tell the people that don't make it to the end that, but I love you the most. Bye, guys.